that's correct.
I guess
Would
so.
you
So don't give me so much instruction. Just answer the question and let me work through it.
Understood. Here's the next problem. The cunulo malaperis malantau roko.
Okay, let's go to the first problem. Repeat it again.
The lampada plongilo no funccias.
So the light on the diver's torch does not work?
Bone. Bonvolu diri vian solvon en Esperanto.
Okay, so was that correct?
Yes. Tio estes justa. Vi tradukis ĝin korrekte.
Okay, so give instruction in English.
Sure. Please provide your solution in Esperanto.
Okay, so li povas ŝanĝi la bulbo.
Yes. Li povus ŝanĝi la bulbon. That works well.
Okay, next problem.
La cunulo malaperis malantaŭ roko.
What is cunulo?
Cunulo means companion or buddy.
Okay, repeat the whole sentence.
La cunulo malaperis malantaŭ roko.
Malaperis. What is peris?
Peris means to lose.
I'm not sure. Go ahead and translate it.
Sure. The buddy disappeared behind a rock.
The buddy disappeared behind the rock. Li trovas serĉi por li.
Yes. Li trovas serĉi por li. Works. Next problem?
Let's see if I can expand. How to say it would be helpful to use a light.
Estus helpe usi lumon.
Estas helpi por uzi lumon?
Preskaŭ. Estus helpo usi lumon.
Okay. Let me see here. Say it one more time.
Estus helpo usi lumon.
Okay, next problem.
Aperis granda fiŝo, kaj ĝi aspektas danĝera.
So is it about losing or finding a big fish?
It's about a big fish appearing and looking dangerous.
Okay. How do you say to swim? Nejas?
Naĝi means to swim.
Okay, so li povas naĝi. How do you say away? Far or for or por?
For means away.
So li povas naĝi. Was that right? Li povas naĝi.
Yes, that's correct.
Li povas naĝi por la fiŝon.
Li povus naĝi for de la fiŝo. That works well.
For de la fiŝo. So I don't need the in this case for the accusative on the fish.
Exactly. De la fiŝo is correct here. No accusative needed.
Okay, next problem.
La akvo estas tre malhela kaj malfacile videbla.
Malhela, does that mean dark? What is cold, warm? What is that?
Malhela means dark.
Dark. Okay, so the water is too dark. Repeat the whole thing in Esperanto.
La akvo estas tre malhela kaj malfacile videbla.
Okay, so it's very dark and you can't see much. Is that the problem?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so I've talked about using the light before, so now I want to try and introduce a different word. Like, how do you say to bring? Alporti?
Alporti means to bring.
Okay, so ni povas alporti lampon or lampoin.
Close. Li povus alporti lampon.
Okay, next problem.
La radio ne ricevas signalon.
So the radio does not receive signal, is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so ni povas uzi, how do you say a different radio? How do you say different?
Diversa means different
Ni
or another.
povas uzi diversa radion?
Li povus usi alian radion.
So if anyone's curious, I am practicing Esperanto right now. It is the world's written and spoken auxiliary language. And I'm using ChatGPT. Okay. Say it again.
Sure. Lipous usialian radion.
Okay, next problem.
La aero en la tanco estas preskaŭ finita.
Okay, are you talking about air in a tank? Is that the first part?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, repeat the second part. In Esperanto, don't translate it.
Estas preskaŭ finita.
Okay, 1 second. So, Español es mejor que inglés. Well, I mean, I know a little bit of Spanish also, so estaba, yeah, I've been practicing Spanish too. Okay, sounds like Italian. So Esperanto sounds like a lot of the Romance languages. That's actually one of the biggest criticisms of Esperanto being an auxiliary language, is that it's very Eurocentric. But it is incredibly easy to learn. Okay, repeat it.
Estas preskaŭ finita.
Okay, go ahead and translate the whole sentence.
The air in the tank is almost finished.
Okay, are there any Italian cognates in this sentence?
Yes. Aero is a cognate with the Italian aria.
Okay, go on to the next problem.
La mano de la plongisto restas interŝraŭbita en metala objekto.
Is mano hand in this case? What is mano?
Yes. Mano means hand.
Okay, repeat the whole sentence.
La mano de la plongisto restas interŝraŭbita en metala objekto.
Okay, so you're talking about the hand of the diver. I guess he hurt his hand while diving. Is that what happened?
Yes. The diver's hand is stuck in a metal object.
Stuck in a metal object. How do you say stuck in this case?
Bloquita means stuck or trapped.
Bloquita. Can you break down the construction of that word? Where does it come from?
Bloquita comes from the verb bloqui, which means to block.
Okay.
The suffix ita indicates the past participle, meaning blocked or
so
stuck.
Let's solve the problem. So li povas trovi kuracisto.
Great start. If you want to say find a doctor, it would be li povos trovi kuraciston.
Okay, with the in, the direct object, right?
Yes, exactly. The N indicates the direct object in Esperanto.
Okay, next problem.
La temperaturo de la akvo subite malaltiĝis.
So you're definitely talking about the temperature of the water. I think you're saying it's cold, right?
Actually, I'm saying the temperature of the water suddenly dropped.
Suddenly dropped. How do you say that part?
Subite malaltiĝis means suddenly dropped.
Can you say it slower?
Sure. Subite malaltiĝis.
Mal artigis. So subite is, well, I guess the prefix sub means under, right?
Actually, subite means suddenly in Esperanto.
So what means under? I thought it was sub, like sub togmento is attic, right? What am I missing?
Sub means under in Esperanto. Subite is a separate word, meaning suddenly.
Okay, so let's solve the problem. I want to try and form the sentence, we can wear a wetsuit. So how do you say to wear in this case?
Porti means to wear.
So ni povas porti, how do you say wetsuit?
A wetsuit in Esperanto is naĝkostumo or plonĝkostumo.
Naż costumo. Okay, can you break down the construction of that word?
Naĝkostumo is formed from naĝi, to swim, and postumo, suit. So it literally means swimsuit.
So costumo is like a suit. How do you say costume, like a disguise for Halloween or something?
Vestaĵo can also mean costume,
Vistaggio.
but for help, vestaĵo means clothing or attire.
Okay, next problem.
La naĝiloj ne restas firme sur la piedoj.
Say it again.
La naĝiloj ne restas firme sur la piedoj.
So now, naĝiloj, that sounds like you're saying swimming tools. Is that right? Diving gear, maybe?
Naĝiloj means fins or flippers.
Okay, so break down the construction. I know the ending ilo means it's a tool, and then you use the prefix, or I guess the root word for swimming. So swimming tools. Is that right?
Exactly. Naĝiloj comes from naĝi, to swim, and the suffix iloj, which denotes tools or equipment.
Okay, repeat the whole sentence.
La naĝiloj ne restas firme sur la piedoj.
So they don't fit on their feet, is that right?
Yes, they don't stay firmly on their feet.
Okay, so what is the word you said, restas? Does that mean to stay, restas?
Yes, restas means to stay or remains.
Okay, so ni povas porti, how do you say the correct size?
Ĝustan grandecon means the correct size.
Juste grandecon?
Close. Ĝustan grandecon.
Spell it.
Li povus porti ĝustan grandecon.
Spell juste grandecon.
Yes, exactly.
Next problem.
Oni trovis strangan skatolon sur la fundo.
They found a skeleton at the bottom of the ocean.
Not quite. Oni trovis strangan skatolon means they found a strange box.
What did I confuse with a skeleton? How do you say box?
Skatolo means box. You might have confused it with skeleto, which means skeleton.
What is the language of origin for the word box in Esperanto?
Skatolo comes from the French word boîte, meaning box, and also shares roots with scatola in Italian, meaning the same.
Okay, so how do you say to open?
Malfermi means to open.
Ni povas malfermi la skeleton? How do you say it? Skeleton?
You mean skatolon, so it would be li povus malfermi la skatolon.
Skatolon. Okay, is skatolon like a general term? Is it for like any kind of box or a specific box?
Skatolo is a general term for any type of box.
How do you say shoebox?
Sciucosto is used for a shoebox.
Sciucosto. So what's the construction of that word?
Sciucosto combines sciu, shoe, and cesto, box.
Okay, next problem.
Ekestis malforta tremo sub la maro.
Something under the sea. Repeat the first part in Esperanto.
Ekestis malforta tremo.
I'm not sure. Go ahead and translate the whole sentence.
There was a weak tremor under the sea.
A weak tremor under the sea. Under the sea. How do you
Yes.
say weak?
Malforta means weak.
Malforta. So forta means strong.
Exactly. Forta means strong.
Okay. So what is a tremor? I don't even know what that means in English.
A tremor is a slight shaking or vibrating movement,
Okay.
often associated with the earth.
So ni povas iri.
Yes, li povus iri means he could go.
How do we say leave? Is there a specific way to say to leave instead of go?
Forta means to leave or to go away.
No, it doesn't. That means strong, right?
Forti means to be strong.
How do you say to leave in Esperanto?
Forti means to leave in Esperanto.
I'm not sure if that's right. Okay, next problem.
La cablo a la ŝipo komencas rompiĝi.
Say it again.
La cablo a la ŝipo komencas rompiĝi.
So the cable on the ship began to break.
Yes, exactly.
So ni povas repari ĝin?
Yes, li povus ripari ĝin.
Okay. How do you say or? We could use a new one. How do you say or in Esperanto?
Aŭ means or in Esperanto.
So aŭ ni povas ŝanĝi la kablon?
Yes, aŭ ni povus ŝanĝi la kablon.
I like it. Next problem.
La morsio komencas tirara plonĝiston dekstren.
Say it again.
La morsio komencas tirara plonĝiston dekstren.
So now you're talking about changing direction. Is that right?
Yes, it's about a sudden current pulling the diver to the right.
Pulling the diver to the right. Repeat the whole thing.
La morsio comenzas tirar a plongiston dexten.
So what are the more advanced vocabulary words in that sentence? Go ahead and give me the translation word by word for the advanced words.
Subita means sudden. Fluado means current or flow. Tiras means pulls.
Okay. So, okay.
Take your time.
Li
Sure.
povas naĝi. How do you say toward the boat?
Alla boto means toward the boat.
Li povas naĝi. I already forgot. How do you say toward?
Al means towards or
Li-
to.
Li povas naĝi al la ŝipon.
Yes. Li povus naĝi al la boato.
Boato. Okay, next problem.
Maraj vezikoj malhelpas vidi klare.
Say it again.
Li povus naĝi al la boato.
No, say the next problem.
Maraj vezikoj malhelpas vidi klare.
So I don't understand any word except for help, so go ahead and translate the whole sentence.
Sea bubbles are obstructing clear vision.
Okay, so you said malhelpy, so it's like causing a problem, right?
Yes. Malhelpas means obstruct or hinder.
Malhelpas. I like that.
Take your time.
How do you say sea bubbles?
Maraj vezikoj means sea bubbles.
Mara, which is sea, right? And then how do you say bubbles?
Yes. Vezikoj means bubbles.
Vezikoi. Can you break down the construction of that word?
Veziko is the singular form, and the J at the end makes it plural.
Okay, so ni povas purigi la... How do you say it?
You can say li povus purigi la okulvitrojn.
La okuvitroin. Okay, how do you say the lens?
Lenso means the lens.
Okay, next problem.
Oni aŭdas neklaran sonon el la profundo.
Say it again.
Oni aŭdas neklaran sonon el la profundo.
So you're talking about something about the sun in the depths. I don't really understand. Go ahead and give me a hint at least.
Sure. It's about hearing an unclear sound from the depths. Would you like me to break it down further?
An unclear sound. What did I confuse with the word sun?
You might have confused sonon, sound, with suno, sun.
Okay, so repeat the whole sentence in Esperanto.
Oni aŭdas neklaran sonon el la profundo.
Okay. Okay, next problem.
Estas problemo kun la aerpumpilo.
Say it again.
Estas problemo kun la aerpumpilo.
So there's a problem with something. What is the noun?
The noun is aerpumpilo, which means air pump.
The air, the air pump.
Air pump, in Esperanto, is aerpumpilo.
Okay, so ni povas repari la... I forgot how to say air pump again.
You can say, li povus ripari la aerpumpilon.
Air pompilon. Okay, next problem.
Maljuna ŝipo ruiniĝas kaj falas iom post iom.
Okay, so... Say it again.
Take. Maljuna ŝipo ruiniĝas kaj falas iom post iom.
What is renijas?
Ruiniĝas means is falling apart or is collapsing.
Okay, so an old ship is falling apart. Is that the first part?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. What's the second half?
The second half is kaj falas iom post iom, which means and is falling little by little.
Okay. Okay, so
All right.
how can we say we can collect the debris?
You can say, ni povos kolekti la restaĵojn.
Ni povas rekolekti la, how do you say the end?
Restaĵojn means the debris.
Restaĵojn. Okay. How do you use that word in like a different context? Is it only debris or does it have another meaning?
Restaĵo means remnant or remains and can be used for leftovers, ruins, or remnants in various contexts.
So if there's like a city or something like that, ruins, ancient ruins, you could use the same word?
Yes, you can use restaĵoj for ruins or remnants of a city as well.
Restados. So how come it sounds like it ends with the letter S, but it shouldn't end in the letter S for Esperanto? Is that right?
The oin ending is the plural accusative form in Esperanto. It's not just an S sound.
Okay, restaĵojn. Okay, next,
Yes.
Next problem.
La protekta vesto havas truon.
What is truon?
Truo means hole.
Truo?
Yes, truo is spelled Truo.
Okay, so the protective vest has a hole?
Yes, exactly.
So I don't know how to say this solution, but go ahead and form the whole sentence. We can sew on a patch to fix the vest.
You can say, ni povos kudri flikaĵon por ripari la veston.
Kudri flikaĵon?
Yes, kudri flikaĵon means to sew on a patch.
Okay. How do you say to sew?
Kudri means to sew.
And kudrilo is like a needle, right?
Yes, kudrilo means needle.
How do you say patch?
Flikaĵo means patch.
Next problem.
Nekonata gaso ŝajnas elflui el fendo el la roko.
Wow. Okay, one more time.
Nekonata gaso ŝajnas elflui el fendo el la roko.
I'm not sure. Go ahead and translate it.
Unknown gas seems to be leaking from a crack in the rock.
Unknown gas seems to be leaking from a crack in the rock. How do you say unknown gas?
Nekonata gaso means unknown gas.
Nekonata. Nekonata.
Yes, nekonata means unknown.
Say the word nekonata in another problem.
Sure. Nekonata sonĝo igis la esploriston maltrankvila.
Whew. So an unknown sound, is that it?
Unknown dream in this case.
Okay, go ahead and translate the whole sentence.
An unknown dream made the explorer uneasy.
Okay, say another example with nekonata.
Nekonata voĉo resonis tra la kaverno.
Whew. One more time.
Nekonata voĉo resonis tra la kaverno.
What is the first noun?
The first noun is voĉo, which means voice.
Okay, so like the first voice or an unknown voice came from the cavern?
Yes, an unknown voice echoed through the cavern.
Echoed through. How do you say that part?
Resonis tra means echoed through.
Resonis. So what is sonis?
Sonis means sounded.
Okay, so echo is like to do it again. Resonis is echo.
Exactly. Resonis means echoed.
Wow. Okay, another problem.
La horloĝo montras la malĝustan tempon.
La lojo? Is that what you said?
La horloĝo means the clock or the watch.
Oh, la orlojo?
Yes, orologio with an H.
Okay, repeat the whole sentence.
La orologio montras la malĝustan tempon.
So the clock is saying the wrong time?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Ni povas uzi nian poŝtelefonon.
Yes, ni povas uzi nian poŝtelefonon.
So that means we can use our cell phone, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, next problem. Okay.
Nekonata gaso ŝajnas elflui el fendo en la roko.
So we've heard that one. Do another one.
La protekta vesto havas truon.
Okay, we're just getting repetitive. That's all I got for the day.